Titan FC kingpin, the Italian gangster himself, Danny Sabatello. Danny, how's it going today?
Going great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, how's everything feeling a few days after a spectacular win against Brett Johns?
Yeah, feeling really good. In all honesty, it's the best feeling you can really have. You work so hard for this opportunity and you train so hard, you sacrifice so much. And then I finally get the call to go showcase my skills on short notice, 5 days. And I went out there and I performed the way that I always thought I would. So it's a tremendous feeling.
hmm And, going into this fight, I would imagine that the winner would get launched into the rankings, but obviously it's not the case. Are you kind of disappointed that you weren't like put in the top 10 after a spectacular win like this one?
Yeah, those people are idiots, honestly. I'm very shocked that I'm not in the top 10. Some people were even saying that I'd probably be in the top 5. I feel a little bit disrespected. And also, it's very disrespectful to Brett Johns. That guy was 17-2, 5-2 in the UFC, was on a good run, 2-win streak in the UFC. So they must not think that highly of him either, And then I go out there and I dominate a guy like that. That's a top 10, worthy ranking. But, those people can go fuck themselves. It doesn't matter to me. The rankings don't mean anything anyways. Either way, I'm going to come for that belt. It doesn't matter what the rank I am.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely thought it was kind of weird because like Darren Caldwell, he lost the same night, and then he gets bumped up to number 10. So yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Right, yeah. He's I think it's 2 losses in a row now. And then he's at 10, and you got guys like Cass Bell and Jornel Lugo and Josh Hill who are in those rankings, and I would absolutely smash those guys. I think I finished those 3 guys inside 1 round, and they're all ranked, and I'm not, but it doesn't matter to me. Their day is all gonna come.
hmm And just looking at the division, obviously I know you've caught out Jornel Lugo, Cass Bell. Then obviously you want to fight with Sergio Pettis at one point. Going forward. But who do you think would be your toughest challenge at a Bellator's 135 division?
Yeah, none of them. They're all chumps, honestly. I don't think any of them pose problems to me. Stylistically, just skill wise, everything. I match up really well with everyone. A lot of guys in the division kind of fight like me, but I'm just better at the style of fighting than them. And then you got guys like Sergio Pettis that would do terrible against a grappler, and I would absolutely smash him. But I'm not going to get a fight with Sergio Pettis this next fight. It's just not how it works. You don't get a title shot right away. So I'm just going to have to keep working my way up the ranks and just keep smashing these guys.
Gotcha. And there's like before you, I feel like you're the new boogeyman of the Bellator bantamweight division. But before you ever came onto the scene, I think the name was on everybody's mind was Magomed Magomedov. His wrestling style is pretty dangerous, like yourself. But what do you think of his wrestling style compared to yours?
Yeah, he definitely has a wrestling style. It just sucks compared to mine. It's not very high level. I know he likes to wrestle, but that's just because the guys that he's fighting aren't really good wrestlers. So it looks really good, but once you got 2 wrestlers going at it, you got someone that has a high level wrestling IQ like I do against his low level IQ wrestling. I'm just gonna shine if I ever fight that guy. I do see myself fighting him at some point. I don't know when. I think he's ranked in the top 5, so it probably wouldn't be this fight. They're not going to give me a top 5 guy. But somewhere along the line, I'm going to smash that guy too.
hmm And you didn't take that much damage in this fight, and you made your Bellator debut on just a few days' notice. First off, just congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But when are you looking to get back in there? I know you're the anytime, anywhere kind of fighter, but when are we looking to see the return of Danny Sabatello?
Yeah, I'm a really smart fighter. I look at the big picture, and I want to do this a long time. So anytime I can go in there and take as little damage as possible and inflict as much damage as possible on the other guy, it's a success. The good thing about my fight, not only that I got the victory and dominated the guy, but I got no injuries. I got nothing wrong with me. I can go again. I love fighting, so I'll fight anywhere, anytime. I'll fight tomorrow. I'll fight next week. It doesn't matter to me. Again, I took no damage, so I want to go again ASAP. I'm looking at August. That would be perfect for me. I got a couple months. Maybe this time I get a full training camp, if you want to call it that. And yeah, again, Josh Hill, Jornell Lugo, or Cass Bell. Any one of those motherfuckers, I'll stomp them. I have a feeling that they're not going to answer the call. I've been calling them out all week. It's crickets on their end, but we'll see.
And making your return in August, how many times will we see you in 2021? Like, August, would you want to fight before the end of 2021 between August and December?
Yeah, absolutely. My goal every year is to fight 4 times a year. So, however that happens. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't go according to plan and you get hurt and injured and all that. But I think if you're not hurt, you got to take advantage of that. Some of these fighters fight 1 time a year and they're perfectly fine. I don't know what they're doing. Those guys don't really love this stuff. I love fighting. That's why I'm doing it, is because I love it. And that's why I want to fight 4 times every single year. Granted, I'm not injured.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to get your insight on the matchup between Juan Archuleta and Sergio Pettis. It was kind of a 5-round war. There's a lot of sharpshooting, a lot of different angles. What can you take away from that fight?
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that Juan didn't win that fight. I had Juan dominating him, actually. I was a little bit surprised. I don't know. Maybe Juan isn't as good as I initially thought. Maybe Sergio is better than I thought. But on any given night, anybody can win in this sport. It's such a random sport. You could win 9 times out of 10 times, but that one time that guy gets you that night. A lot goes into the fight. There's mental warfare going into the fight. There's bad weight cuts going into the fight. Sometimes you psych yourself out. That was a surprising fight. Yeah, I don't really know, but either way, they both can get it.
Mm-hmm. And I know you want to run through the bantamweight division, but will we ever see Danny Sabatello move up a weight class to maybe challenge for the belt at 145?
Yeah, once I get the belt at 35, who knows? You don't really plan for those things. It's definitely possible, but that's way in the future. I'm not even thinking about that just yet. For now, it's just the whole bantamweight division is fucked, and I'm just gonna keep running through them.
For sure. And then, hey man, I know that you've been showcasing the sunglasses in your other interviews. I just gotta ask, what's the brand of sunglasses you have on, and where'd you get them?
Yeah, they're Versace. I gotta rock the Versace shades. They just look cool, so I'm wearing them.
And you're repping American Top Team. I know you train with a lot of great personnel over there. Dalton Rasta, Adriana Moraes, just a lot of great names at American Top Team. So, who are some of the hardest workers that you've seen at the gym besides yourself?
Yeah, I got a plethora of great fighters. American Top Team, the best gym in the world. We've been the best gym in the world for, forever now. I train on the daily with Kyoji Horiguchi, Pedro Munoz, Marlon Moraes. And everybody's a killer, man. Everybody trains hard. Everybody's a smart fighter. And it's a huge gym, but somehow we're all very close to each other. It's a tight-knit group. We're all there for each other. We offer each other advice. We got a ton of high-level coaches. And even if a coach is busy with a fighter, you look to your left and you got a world champion fighter and you could ask him for his advice. So, everybody's a hard worker. We're all hard workers, and we're all coming for belts.
For sure. And then when it's all said and done, how many belts do you wish to have? Like, I know the Bellator belt's currently on your mind, but is there like another promotion that, like with Chris Cyborg, she has like a grand slam of world titles, 2 world titles right here, 2 world titles right here. How many world titles would you like to have at the end of your career?
All of them, every belt there is. I'd want all of them. But, I'm really satisfied with Bellator. I really like Bellator. I was blown away with how professional they are. They treat us like kings there. I knew that they were going to treat the fighters well just because at ATT, I've been asking the guys that are in Bellator about the promotion, and everybody loves Bellator. So I knew it was going to be awesome. Blown away by them. So I don't really see myself fighting for a different organization, at least not anytime soon. You can't predict the future. Who knows? But I'm going to be with Bellator for a long time. So inside of Bellator, all the belts.
Gotcha. And I just wanted to go like outside of MMA for a second. Like, what are some of your hobbies? Like, what are some things that you do on a daily besides mixed martial arts?
I eat, breathe, sleep, fighting. That's it. I don't, fish, hunt. People ask what are my hobbies. I don't have it. I'm either training hard or I'm partying with friends. I'm seeing, family. I like having a good time. That's, not a secret. People know that. So I'm either inside the gym or just seeing my friends hanging out. It's a lifestyle that I love. I love fighting. It's my passion. It's all I really care about. I care about fighting, family, and friends, and that's it.
Hmm. And just coming up in the sport as well, who were some of your favorite trash talkers to watch? Obviously, you're a great trash talker yourself, but who comes to mind when you think of trash talkers like Chael Sonnen, Conor McGregor, Dominic Cruz? Like, who are some of the people that you look up to in terms of like mental warfare?
There's a lot of them. Obviously Conor McGregor and Dominic Cruz are great as well. But I always looked up to Chael. I thought he was brilliant with his trash talk, and he was a savage fighter as well. I'm from Chicago, so a guy that I really looked up to, that I still talk to this day, is Clay Guida. He's just a man, so he's the hometown Chicago guy. Always looked up to him. But in terms of trash talking, it's Chael. That guy was awesome.
Hmm. And what do you think of Chael Sonnen wanting to fight Oscar De La Hoya? You have the undisputed, Chael Sonnen versus a 50-year-old Oscar De La Hoya. How do you think that fight would go hypothetically?
I think Chael would mess him up. Nobody knows how it would go, and those guys are obviously a bit seasoned, but I think Chael is too mentally tough. He would get in there and I think he'd break the guy. I think Oscar would look good first couple of rounds because he's got the boxing background. He's got the muscle fibers and everything. He's got that feel for it. But then as the later rounds come on, I think Chael will dig deep and break that motherfucker.
Hmm. And Chael Sonnen's a great wrestler, and there's a few great wrestlers. Not just in the Bellator bantamweight division, but outside of it. You have Merab Dvalishvili, Aljamain Sterling, the champ. Yourself as well. Do you like where do you rank their styles according like relating to you like? And do you think you're the best wrestler at 135 currently in the world?
Yeah, I'd say I'm up here, and then they suck. They both suck. Aljamain, his wrestling's garbage. Rob's, his is even worse. If I ever fight those guys, I absolutely smash them. I hope I do fight them. Who knows? But every time I watch them fight, I just always get so excited because I would absolutely murder them. But you know what? Maybe I'll fight them. Maybe I won't. I hope I do. Who knows?
Gotcha, man. And I think that's all the questions I have. I just want to thank you again for the time. Is there anything that you want to say to the fans out there watching?
Nope. I'm coming for that belt, and that's it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for the time, Danny. Best of
Thanks.
luck later this year.
Thanks, man.